Question 7, solve for x, round your answer to 2 decimal places, and then enter degree after any degree value. I hate that it says that because we're solving for a side. If you enter degree, it'll mark it wrong. So you got to know if you're solving for a side or an angle. All right, we have 2 right triangles here. This is 48 degrees with this side length, the hypotenuse, being 66. I'm just going to label it right now. Okay, and then we have this bigger triangle where this angle's 32, and we're just solving for this portion. All right, so if I call this y, this is also y, but we're going to have to solve for this whole thing. Let's call it z. So x plus y equals z, but if we just want x, we're going to find that whole length and subtract y. So let's start here. Let's find y. So the hypotenuse is 66, and then we're trying to find the adjacent side. So which one has... I started writing cosine because that's the answer to my question. It's SOHCAHTOA, so cosine has adjacent and hypotenuse. So cosine of the angle equals adjacent over hypotenuse. And we're going to multiply both sides by 66. And that is y. You guys, I'm going to leave it like that. I got one wrong from rounding, so I'm not rounding till the very end. Okay, so now I'm over here, and I know what y is. It's a value, but I don't know anything else about this triangle. We're going to have to look at this side. Okay, this side is equal to this side. They're shared. And we have enough information here. We have a hypotenuse at 66. We're going to solve for this side. I'm just going to call it W, which is the opposite, and it's equal to this side, which will help us solve this triangle. That is a kind of tricky thing they did there, but that's what we do. So now we're going to use sine with opposite and hypotenuse. So sine of 48 equals opposite over hypotenuse. So times both sides by 66. This side length W is actually 66 times sine of 48. I didn't put it in the calculator because now I'm scared. What if I get it wrong by rounding? All right, so now to solve for z, we have the opposite, and we're going to solve for the adjacent. So now we're going to use tangent using this triangle. So tangent of 32 equals opposite over adjacent. So I'm going to times both sides by, it's z, to get rid of my fraction. So now I have z times tangent of 32 equals 66 times sine of 48. Now to get z by itself, I'm going to divide both sides by tangent of 32. And that is z. So to get x, I want z minus y. Well, this is z, 66 times sine of 48 over tangent of 32 minus y, which is 66 times cosine of 48. So that one, there's a lot going on here, but now we're just typing it in. I just waited till the last minute to round. If you're rounding and then you're getting the wrong answer, that's probably why, is maybe you rounded too early. So sine of 48 divided by, see how it cut that off? I'm going to highlight and then click divide. Tangent of 32. So that whole thing minus y, 66 times cosine of 48. Okay, and we're rounding to 2 decimal places. So 34.33. I'm going to see what they did. Oh, see, they waited till the last minute to round. So if you don't, try going back and not rounding if you're getting it wrong.